These needs are like oxygen. You know, anybody who's read Viktor Frankl would know, he says, man's search is not a search for happiness. Man's search is a search for meaning. Those people who, as a psychotherapist, he was interred in Auschwitz, and he saw people who were feeble and frail and thought, they'll never make it through. But they did make it through all the atrocities, all the deprivation, all the torture, and at the end of it all, he found out the reason they made it through was this. They had a piece of work they had to finish. They had a relationship they had to get back to. And Viktor Frankl quoted Nietzsche and who said, "He who has a why can bear with any how." Because meaning and purpose and the why is like oxygen to people in the workplace. And there is an incredible renaissance right now of why, the power of why. This piece right here, every person has to feel like they have significance, they have self-worth, they have self-esteem. If we take that away from people, you can imagine that it's just like their oxygen hose is being crimped. Think of Tunisia, Syria, Libya, Egypt over the past year and a half. This next driving need, you can only take this away from people for so long before they will take unbelievable risks. What is this next driving need that is just like oxygen? Freedom. Freedom. Every employee has to have that sweet spot of enough autonomy and decision making and enough guidance and direction and coaching. Dan Pink's work around Drive says that autonomy and freedom is very, very critical. And this next one, you'll know this for some of you who are into wellness, that belonging in close social relationships is a stronger predictor, a better predictor of someone's physical health than whether they smoke, whether they exercise, and the quality of their diet. Now, those are big predictors of someone's physical health. But belonging in close social relationships, we know the studies of babies who are receiving all the clinical care, but when they don't receive any emotional connection, they begin to decay. And the research over the past 10 years is showing that if you see someone who is alienated, isolated, lonely, you look at all the markers, blood pressure, hypertension, arteriosclerosis, etc., and they are a person who is beginning to decay. Belonging is not a preference. It is a driving need. And finally, as I said, there's a part of our brain that is highly reactive to threat.